Coming into your YouTube airwaves, it's Vaughn, the Statman, and welcome to the Stat Room. Whoa, how is everybody doing? And welcome to the Stat Room. All right, guys, so before I get into this 11-game slate, guys, let me introduce myself. Guys, I am VonnTheStatman. You can follow me on Twitter at VonnTheStatman. And guys, check out the website, VonnTheStatman.com. All right, guys, so on these type of slates, I really like to focus on the earlier contests. But today, I will have to take a look at that Sacramento Laker game, also the Portland Golden State game, and also the Utah New Orleans game. Those are the three games I like the best. But Phoenix and New York, you can't ignore that. You can't ignore Charlotte and Memphis. So basically, on 11-game slate, guys, I just recommend you find 3 to 4 games you like, pick your players from those 3 to 4 games, and roll with the punches and accept the good and the bad. But today, this is a complicated slate to me. It's not as easy as you would think because I see at least 4 games that could be blowouts. I see 3 games that look like it could be a blowout, but will probably be competitive. I'm also looking at where I can see where guys are going to overlook certain games and certain matchups. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into it, guys. If you watch me for the first time, guys, hit that like button and also subscribe to me, guys. If you're returning and you've watched a few of my other videos, then you must like my content. So hit that subscribe button, guys. Do me that favor. Let's get right into the point guard position, guys. So today, Stephen Curry is the highest point guard on the slate. He's 10-5. I see Curry going for about 45 points, but I think you can get 45 points from someone that's a little cheaper. Russell Westbrook is one of my favorite point guards on the slate today. Him and Fox got this thing where they go at each other, and I think that Fox believes he's faster, so Westbrook likes to prove that he's faster, and they got this real competitive thing going. I think Fox is faster than Westbrook, and I think Westbrook is going to really make a concerted effort to go at Fox. And I think Fox is going to make a concerted effort to go at Westbrook. So I actually like both of those point guards. Murray has just been absolutely amazing. San Antonio has a great scouting department. They find these guys. They found Kawhi and, Danny Green. They find these guys, and Murray is now in that light. They found Patty Mills, and you see what he's doing in Brooklyn. They have an amazing scouting department, guys. I like them. Ball is one of my favorite point guards today. Ball is someone going up against D'Angelo Russell. I could see Ball giving you about 45, 50 fantasy points today. And Ja Moran, he's going to get up to play Trae Young. Ja Moran is one player, guys, that I would actually spend my money to go see. I think he's big time, guys. I think he's just absolutely phenomenal. You look at his numbers, guys, 48, 50. He had one stinker, but before that stinker, let's go look. 43, 43, 49, 50, 58, 55. One stinker. 40, 45, 38, which is not bad. 61. You have to play him at a certain point. He's just big time, guys. Lillard, hot and cold. He had a good last game. He put up 40-plus fantasy points. He had 32 actual points. So he's coming off a pretty good game. He's starting to get into shape. But I don't play shooting guards against this Golden State team. This Golden State team, they force you into bad shots. But Lillard can shoot, so he might be an exception to the rule. Young is probable today, so you don't have to worry about him not playing. And he's going up against Ja Morant. They're going to go at it. I think that this is going to be a game where you could probably stack the majority of the players in that game and you'll do well. I love playing players who go into the Garden, guys. If you look at Chris Paul, he's had 3 subpar games. He hasn't had that big game in some time. Going to the Garden after coming from Cleveland, and Cleveland is not that far of a distance to the Garden. He had a day off, had a chance to probably have some turkey and stuff with whoever he was with. I'm quite sure some of his teammates is from that area, so I'm quite sure Chris Paul didn't have a problem getting turkey. But today, I'm going with Chris Paul. I just think Chris Paul puts up 40-plus. Now, I wouldn't fault you if you went with Ball. Like Ball and Moran are 2-point guards. If you could fit them in, I think they're the safest players today to put up 45 plus. But I think that this is going to be a Chris Paul game. If you look at Chris Paul, he hasn't scored 20 points in some time, guys. And it's a matter of time before he gets 20. He did have 12 assists. He only had 2 rebounds. He didn't have a steal or a block. That's not like him to not have a steal. So this is one of them games where I think New York turns the ball over too. So he's playing against Kemba Walker. I think Chris Paul gets about 2 or 3 steals today. I would say he gets 20 points. So I like him in this matchup. Now, the shooting guard position, you can run Murray at the shooting guard as well. And I love him at the shooting guard position. Beal at OKC, that's a pretty good matchup. But Beal hasn't been good on the road, so I'm leery of that. I'm really liking DeRozan. I think DeRozan gets about 40 to 45 today. But at 8-6, you can probably get somebody that's more of a lower tier. But the guy who I'm really feeling today, guys, I think Donovan Mitchell. I think he's going to break the slate today, guys. I just look at this matchup against New Orleans. Now, New Orleans, although they are losing, they're very competitive. When you look at the team that they have, Hart is just stepping up. Valanciunas is balling. They're shooting their small forward. Ingram is balling. They're actually playing well. They got a good point guard that can score. So I think they have the offensive firepower to compete with Utah. The only thing is that Utah is an elevated team, so they're in at higher altitude. But these guys are 21, 22. I don't know if the altitude affects those guys as much as it would like the veteran players. So I think that game should be competitive, at least for 3 quarters, because I believe Mitchell will have you 25 by the half in this one. And I say if the game stays close the whole way, I think Mitchell goes for 50 today. Now, at the small forward position, guys, Antetokounmpo has been showing why he's the MVP. He's just dominating people, guys. Look, Detroit, bad team. Now, bad teams, he dominate. Look, 59. A good team, Orlando's a bad team. He put up 43, 73, 67, 64. So if Denver doesn't have Jokic, even if they have Jokic, Giannis will get you 50. Tatum, I'm scared of Tatum because Brown is back, so he's going to get less shot attempts. But I do like Tatum in this matchup. LeBron, they say he's a game-time decision, but he's expected to play. Against Sacramento, he just put up 61. I don't think LeBron James gets up for a team like Sacramento. He knows they're not a legit threat. This is one of them games where LeBron James will just let his teammates just carry him. DeRozan, I already talked about him. Bridges has been a consistent guy. Edwards coming off a 60-point performance. I don't think he goes for anywhere near that today at Charlotte. Brandon Ingram has been one of the best players, but lately, he hasn't really dominated. I think he needs Zion Williams to help him. But Ingram, if they're going to have any chance in Utah, which I don't think they win this game, but I think they keep it to within 10, he would have to put up at least 25 points. But the guy that I love today, guys, I love Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is one of my favorite players, and there's been a lot of talk about splitting him and Tatum up, and I just don't see how that makes sense. Boston's team right now is perfect. They're perfect to make a nice little run because you got Schroeder, play the point guard, coming off the bench. You got Smart starting at the point guard position where he has just been a beast. You got Brown at the 3. You have Tatum at the 4, and you'll have Horford at the 5. And then when Williams come back, he'll be on the second team with Schroeder, and then Brown or Tatum will typically run with them on that second team. But I think that they're positioned to do well. I think Brown, Mitchell, and Paul are going to have breakout games. I don't see how all 3 of these guys, they don't combine for. Don't be shocked if these 3 guys combine for 150 fantasy points. All right, guys, so now that small forward position, guys, I'm at the power forward position. I'm going to save you some money. Davis against Sacramento, he's going to dominate. He's 11,000. Tatum, like I said, I'm nervous about him. LeBron, I don't see him really going out there trying to dominate because he know he's not going to see Sacramento in the playoffs. And Randall against Phoenix, I like the matchup, but not too comfortable playing him. Sabonis against Toronto, don't really know how I feel about that. Now Siakam has been so up and down, and it's frustrating when I watch Siakam because his talent says he should be a consistent 20 and 10 guy, but that's not the case. Collins has been pretty consistent, guys. He's coming off of a bad stinker game, so I expect him to bounce back against Memphis. You got Anunoby. Now, Harrell is in a position where he could dominate today. I would definitely consider, if you guys are looking at power forwards, definitely consider Harrell. Horford came off of a stinker. He should bounce back against San Antonio. Turner is so hot and cold. Last couple games gave you 30 plus. You got Kuzma, who's coming off of a bad game. Draymond Green didn't really need to play as much. You got Barnes, but the guy that I'm giving you guys, I'm going to go way down, guys, at 4'8", is Jay Crowder. He actually does well when he goes to the Garden, guys, and Jay Crowder, he's coming off of a stinky game. I don't think he has another stinky game. And Crowder is someone that could get 30 today, guys, because he will get you steals, he will get you blocks, he will get you assists, and he can score. So this will be one of them games he knocked down 4 tray balls and get you a steal, a block, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 30 points. So that's it, guys. You got Crowder, Brown, Mitchell, and Paul. All right, guys, so that's it, guys. I am on to break down the rest of the slate. So, guys, don't forget to win-win. That means give people what they want so you can get what you want. And, guys, don't forget to think and ink. That means write it down so that way it comes true. Hope everybody enjoyed their Thanksgiving as well. Hope you spent time with your family. Love you guys.